How can I find time for self-care when I have no time? Welcome. My name's Rebecca. I'm a private yoga instructor and a self-care coach. I know what it's like to feel stressed, to feel worried, to feel overwhelmed, to have a never-ending to-do list and feel like there's never time to do things for yourself. You have to prioritize your self-care. You have to make time for you to do things that you love so you can continue to give everyone the best of you instead of what's left when you are feeling stressed, worried, and overwhelmed. So step one to find time when you have no time is to begin by tracking your time, keeping a time journal. Just like you might keep a food diary, you can keep a time diary. So tracking your time for 2 or 3 days and just writing down absolutely everything you do. Notice how your day begins. Write down if you hit snooze. Write down when you look at your phone. Notice your morning routine. How long does it take to do your hair, to get dressed, to make breakfast, to get everyone organized in your house for the day? Notice how long you spend in the car. Notice the time you spend waiting, and notice how long chores take. So often we overestimate the time it takes to get things done and underestimate the time that we really have. Notice how long it actually takes to unload the dishwasher, to make supper, to fold the laundry. And notice how much time you spend checking your phone, looking at social media, or watching TV. Write it all down. And then after you've done that for 2 or 3 days, set aside a little time and just have a look and see if you notice any patterns. See if you notice anything that you could be a little bit more efficient about doing, or maybe even cutting out. So instead, you could replace it with a little self-care. Lots of times we think of self-care, we think we've got to find half an hour or an hour for ourselves, but that's not the case. It's the small and simple things that you do that fill you back up. You're kind of like a cup, and all day long you pour from your cup. You give your time, your talents, and your energy to all those you interact with. And at the end of the day, your cup is empty. And so often we tell ourselves that once I'm done everything, then I'll do something to fill myself back up, to take care of myself. But so often the end of the day comes and we're tired and we've got no energy left. And so you want to do things throughout the day to fill your cup back up. Things that bring you joy, that make you happy. Now, it's the small and little things that make a big difference. Little things like taking time to put some lotion on your hands, maybe going for a walk on your lunch break, or perhaps pausing when you get to work, when you arrive a few minutes early, and just listening to a guided meditation, or taking a couple of deep breaths for 2 minutes before you start your day. So start looking for small and simple things that you can do to fill yourself back up. Maybe taking a 5-minute stretch break, rolling your shoulders, circling the neck around, just adding a little bit of movement. Maybe that's calling a friend, reading a book, or journaling. We're all different, and self-care is going to look a little different for each of us, but it's important to find things you enjoy. The third thing that you can do is to actually schedule self-care. Once you've gone and you've looked at your schedule, just notice if there's things that you could do a little bit more efficiently, or maybe ask for some help. Maybe you could delegate a little bit more. And then actually schedule in a couple times during the week where you're going to block out half an hour to an hour for yourself, whatever you think you can. And maybe you're going to go for a massage. Maybe you're going to sign up for a yoga class. Maybe you're going to walk with a friend, or make time to take a dance class, or to go to a scripture study. Just something that you enjoy that is going to help you feel inner peace and calm so that you can continue to do all the things that you need to. So, how are you going to find time when you have no time? Well, number one, begin by tracking your time. Just noticing how you're spending it and seeing if there's things you can do more efficiently or maybe cut down on a little bit. Number two is to consider adding self-care minutes throughout your day. So as you notice your schedule and you notice that maybe instead of hitting snooze a couple times, you could get out of bed. Maybe you could start your day writing down a few things that you're thankful for, or stretch for a few minutes. And then, of course, the third thing is to actually schedule a few opportunities that you are going to make self-care a priority and commit to something. And make those scheduled times non-negotiable. Stick to them, just like you would an appointment. I know it's hard to find time for yourself, but when you prioritize your self-care, when you add it in and you make it a priority, it truly does give your family and your friends the best of you instead of what's left of you. If you're looking for a little bit more guidance when it comes to prioritizing your self-care and feeling inner peace, I've got a really awesome quiz. It's called the Self-Care Checkup, and I would encourage you to grab it. It's in the link below, and it will just help inspire you and give you some ideas to start doing things to take care of your whole self. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.